In the quiet countryside of Akita, Japan, an extraordinary event unfolded that would captivate the world and challenge our understanding of the divine. Our Lady of Akita, a phenomenon centered around a wooden statue of the Virgin Mary, has become one of the most intriguing and controversial religious occurrences of the 20th century. The story begins in 1973 at the remote Seiichi convent. Sister Agnes Katsuko Sasagawa, a nun who had recently been cured of deafness, reported a series of mystical experiences. The focal point of these events was a simple wooden statue of the Virgin Mary. What transpired over the next few years would leave many in awe and others in doubt. According to Sister Agnes, the statue began to exude a mysterious liquid from its eyes and hands. This substance was later identified as human blood, tears, and perspiration. The weeping occurred on multiple occasions, witnessed not only by the nuns of the convent but also by visitors and even local television crews who managed to capture the phenomenon on film. But the weeping statue was just the beginning. Sister Agnes claimed to have received messages from the Virgin Mary herself. These messages, known as the Prophecies of Akita, painted a dire picture of the future if humanity did not change its ways. They spoke of a coming punishment for the sins of the world, warning of fire falling from the sky and a large portion of humanity being annihilated. The prophecies also emphasized the importance of prayer, particularly the recitation of the Rosary, as a means of mitigating these potential catastrophes. They called for penance and urged the faithful to live lives dedicated to God's will. The Church's response to these events was initially cautious. It took years of investigation and deliberation before any official stance was taken. In 1984, after extensive study, the local bishop of Niigata, John Shojiro Ito, declared the events of Akita to be of supernatural origin. This declaration lent significant credibility to the phenomenon and drew even more attention to the small convent in Akita. However, the Vatican's position has remained more ambiguous. While not outright rejecting the events of Akita, the Holy See has neither officially approved nor disapproved of the apparitions and messages. This lack of definitive stance has led to ongoing debate within Catholic circles about the authenticity and significance of Our Lady of Akita. The impact of these events extends far beyond the boundaries of the Catholic Church. The story of the weeping statue and the accompanying prophecies has captured the imagination of people around the world. It has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and discussions, drawing pilgrims from various faiths to the once obscure convent in Akita. Skeptics, of course, have their own explanations for the phenomena. Some suggest that the liquid from the statue could have been the result of natural processes or even deliberate manipulation. They argue that the messages received by Sister Agnes might be the product of her own subconscious mind rather than divine communication. Yet for many believers, the events at Akita represent a powerful reminder of the potential for divine intervention in our world. They see in the weeping statue and the prophecies a call to spiritual renewal and a warning against the dangers of straying from a path of faith and morality. The story of Our Lady of Akita also raises intriguing questions about the nature of miracles in the modern world. In an age of science and technology, how do we interpret and respond to events that seem to defy natural explanation? The Akita phenomenon challenges us to consider the relationship between faith and reason, between the seen and the unseen. As we reflect on the events that unfolded in that small Japanese convent, we are left with a mystery that continues to intrigue and inspire. Whether one views the weeping statue and prophecies of Akita as a genuine miracle or a curious footnote in religious history, their impact on those who have encountered them is undeniable. The story of Our Lady of Akita reminds us that in our complex and often chaotic world, there are still moments that can make us pause, wonder, and perhaps even believe in something greater than ourselves. It invites us to consider the possibility that there are aspects of our existence that transcend our current understanding, beckoning us to explore the boundaries of faith and human experience.